Hello everyone, I'm Kat with Artisan Designs by Kat. I'm going to be making some soap today. Well, as soon as I can get my computer up so I can put my programs in and start them up because I use a special program. Today I'm going to be making my soap with a fragrance called Butt Naked. I'll leave a description of it in the down below whenever I get my computer up. Anyway, it smells pretty good. Kind of lingers, kind of has almost a, I don't know, citrusy, clean scent to it. But in the using Butt Naked or fragrance oil, it can inspire many different colors. So I'm going to say I'm 50. Butt Naked means different things to me than it may mean to somebody else. I'm about as white as it gets. So I've got titanium dioxide I'm going to put in. I am somewhat antique, so I'm going to use a little bit of antique silver. Pink clay, yeah, pasty, white, pink sometimes, just depends on how much of a suntan I get. Ultramarine pink, because whenever I do get a sunburn, yeah, really, really bright. And a little bit of sparkle for those wonderful night sweats. So that's kind of what I think when I think of a 50-year-old person with butt naked scent. Others, 20s, 30s, they mean a whole different thing. This is my version. Anyway, we're gonna have fun. Let's just get to it. So here I am about to make my soap. I have this mega big pan to make such a small batch of soap. I'll probably have a little bit too much, so I'm going to use this unique mold, and I'll show you what it is after I unmold it if I have enough to pour into it. I think I will. Now I've got my shiny titanium dioxide because I put the sparkles in it. My antique silver for all the gray hairs that I have without my Miss Clairol or Revlon. I have my ultramarine pink for the color I turn whenever I'm having a hot flash. And here's pink clay, just because every now and then it goes from pink to ultramarine pink. I have the whole thing that started it is this fragrance called Butt Naked. And since I'm 50, it means something different to everybody. Right now it's not so pleasant for me. I'm also going to add goat's milk to it. I've got my lye water. I separated out a portion of the water content to make to add in goat's milk, and so somebody called me an old goat the other day. Figured that would be fitting. I'm going to swirl with my nursing IV pole hanger thingy, just because I like adding a little bit of all parts of my life together into my soaping. And I guess that is about it. Trying to find my right here it is. I'm going to use my trusty dusty strainer to pour my lye through. Okay. I'm going to mix a few seconds. Add in my goat's milk. Just trying to get the oils to mix together and the goat's milk. Look how beautiful that color is. Hopefully you can see. Now we're emulsified, starting to do a really light trace. Ooh, here comes the fun part. Let's try adding our fragrance. I've never soaked with this one before. I don't know if it's going to seize like I do sometimes when I try to get out of bed and my body just doesn't want to make it. Or is it going to have a nice flow to it? We'll see. Poured it in. The reason I'm pouring it in now instead of just individually in the, I'll forget. Putting it in. It smells really good. I don't have instant seize yet, so that's a good sign. Yay, okay. Let's try adding in going to put this in the bowl. I want just a little bit for the antique silver. Just a little bit of ultramarine pink. And a little bit of the clay, pink clay. And then I'm going to have mostly titanium dioxide. And I'm also going to have a little bit of just plain color. So here's, we're going to pour just a little bit of the plain color in the bottom. Now it's starting to get harder, so we may have to work a little faster. Oh yeah. It's not going to be super fluid moving. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here because I want a lot more white. Okay, go with that. Start with mixing the white. I'm going to go with the pink clay. Okay. The silver, antique silver. I'm just going to use this little spoon to mix the rest because I think right now we're starting to set up. A little more than I want. This one kind of looks like raspberry sherbet. I just like it a lot. Okay. Get it. Okay. Try to do this where you can see. Going with a light a little bit darker, then a dark to kind of get the color together. Try to mix this just a little bit more. The batter is already warming up in my hand. It's going to be a lot warmer because of the goat's milk. And you know, the funny thing about all this is no matter how much you plan, you get ahead and you put something out of order. So I washed that off. The good thing is I actually got the fragrance in this time, so we'll be really happy with that. And this is probably going to seize up on me a little more. Now it's pretty thin. Okay. Gonna just put a few different layers here. As you can tell, it's not flowing as easily as it was. So I'm probably not going to use the other mold that I wanted to use. Yeah, it's going to be a plop and drop. That's okay. Sometimes I'm a plop and drop too, so, you know, kind of fitting. I don't know about how many of you out there are in the 50+ range that have taken up soaping. Want to welcome you if you've never soaped before. That would be awesome to How mean was that? My camera just tried to turn off on me. Just gonna do a little bit of this. Save a little plop for later on top. Okay. Tap it down. Then use my trusty dusty swirler. And it's pretty thick, so not so much. Okay. Now to tap it down again. Top on it. So I'm wondering, have any of y'all had just the absolute perfect soaping day? Put it in the comments below. Have you ever had just one of those days where nothing just seemed to work out, but your soap still turned out? Or have you had, like me, a couple seizes that just never worked and a 15-pound bar of soap one time? Because I kept trying to fix it and fix it and fix it and fix it, and it just never worked out. I'm going to try to put a fluffy top on this one. It's thick enough, it's going to actually work with me. So there's a good thing about having a thicker batter. If it was a little bit thicker, I could actually pipe it on there. And I may do a piping episode at some point. Just gonna do some sort of decorative something here. And for the viewers, I'm just curious too, do you prefer the fancy piped soaps? Do you prefer, when you use them, do you prefer to have smaller bars, bigger bars? What kind of soaps do you prefer? I like a little bit of everything. I wonder if the people that get the soap cakes and the soap things like that, do you use it more for decoration? I have family members that and friends that just have my soap around for good smells. And I was like, yes, you can use it too. I'm going to kind of leave it like this. Have a little top. Get it fluffy and we'll see tomorrow or the next day just what it looks like underneath all that. So voila, soap scented with butt naked fragrance and in the 50s style if you're 50 plus. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.